So you're with your honey, and you're making out when the phone rings. You answer it, and the voice is, "What are you doing with my daughter?" You tell your girl, and she say, "My dad is dead." Then who was phone? That's what that says. That's what it says. So we're gonna read some scary stories. Some of the scariest stories.
Some of the scariest stories you can find, mainly creepypastas. In lieu of the spooky season.
Man and girl go out to drive under moonlight. They stop at a side of road. He turned to his girl and say, "Baby, I love you very much." "What is it, honey?" "Our car is broken down. I think the engine is broken. I'll walk and get some more fuel." "Okay, I'll stay here and look after our stereo. There have been news reports of steers being stolen." "Good idea. Keep the doors locked no matter what. I love you, sweaty." So the guy left to get fuel for the car. After 2 hours, the girl say, "Where is my baby? He was supposed to be back by now." Then the girl hear a scratching voice and voice say, "Let me in." The girl doesn't do it, and after a while she goes to sleep. The next morning she wakes up and finds her boyfriend still not there. She gets out to check and man door hand hook car door.
Man door, hand hook, car door. Nice. This one's called The Man in the Corn. Anyway, back in my hometown, there was a man who would hide his in the corn and kill people that passed by, skinning them, and he sold their belongings for profit. One day, as he was laying drunk in the cornfield, a combine rode over his body, but when the guy got out of his vehicle, the body was gone. All that remained was an arm.
That's a good story.
That's a good story. Let's see, there's a whole... This is the bad creepypasta wiki. It's a whole thing.
5 reasons an anime rival is better than a lover.
The monster in the closet. You don't need to worry so much about the monster in your closet. I'm sure such an ancient such an ancient beast of horrifying power will be no match for the door handle.
What?
I don't know what that means.
A prophet wrote down the phrase, "Santa was coming." As the skies were becoming red and cracks in the earth widened, I realized he was dyslexic. That's really funny.
This is supposedly a bad creepypasta. This is a longer one. Those are all short ones. This one is called Slenderman Strikes Again.
You know, we already have a history of Slenderman on this channel.
Alex was walking home from work, due to an issue with his boss. He had to stay later than usual. As he walked on, he suddenly had the feeling that someone was watching him. He turned around and quickly scanned his surroundings. Nothing. His heart slowed down a little. When he turned back around, he almost screamed. There was a figure slowly walking towards him. As it passed the street lamp, he saw it had no face. It had loads of black tentacles that seemed to be spouting in every direction. Alex was frozen in fear. He knew he would die unless he tried to escape. Before he could run far, the figure wrapped a tentacle around both of his legs, causing him to brutally fall to the ground. He moaned in pain and tried to escape, but it was useless.
I hope there's more moaning in this.
Yeah, right. The figure then wrapped several tentacles around his body until he was completely stuck.
I don't like where this is going.
Alex asked in a shy voice, "Who are you?" The figure responded evilly, "Your doom." He started to laugh like a madman and tightened his grip on Alex. By now he was moaning in pain as he was being crushed by the tentacles. I'm into this, dude. This is my fetish. The figure then wrapped his tentacles around his head, begging for help. He screamed at the top of his lungs for someone to call the police. The figure suddenly let him go. Shocked, he turned around and saw several police cars parked right behind him. Several officers were hiding behind cars while holding the figure at gunpoint. He felt a sigh of relief. He was saved. More backup. They won't save you. Ah! He turned around and saw that the figure was holding on to his chest. A tar-like liquid was coming out of his wound. One of the officers must have shot the figure right in the chest. The figure shouted, "This isn't over, Alex," and disappeared into the mist. He turned around to thank his saviors. The officers were advancing, but something was off. One of the cops pointed his gun at him. WTF? He wanted to run, but he felt like his feet were stuck in quicksand. No, what did I do? No, no, no!
No, that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough O's. No. Anyway.
The officer suddenly changed into the figure from before. He said, "Time's up, Alex," and leaped towards him. No! He screamed. He woke up in a cold sweat. He quickly looked around his dark room, but he saw nothing strange. It was only a dream. That's when he remembered something. Tomorrow was the day he was going to have a talk with his boss.
What?
So I guess that he was having a premonition? I guess is that what that's insinuating?
What if I light my hair on fire on show?
Do that. We can do that for a later episode. The pasta. Warning. If you have a heart condition, do not read this. You will drop the floor. You will drop the floor, flopping like a fish, while clenching your heart, seeing as you are having a heart attack. Also, if you have a sensitive anus, do not read this. The brick that you shat will be painful. Okay, this is long at all.
A few years ago, a man was walking down a road because his car broke down and he saw a car coming up behind him, so he stuck out his thumb to hitchhike and the car stopped ahead of him. He ran up to the passenger door and opened the door. When he opened the door, a skeleton popped out.
Shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul. Seal your doom.
This episode sucks. I'm having fun.
Yeah. Alright, let's see what else we got. I want to read the spooky story of the spooky man. Okay. Warning. This sotry, spelled S-O-T-R-Y, will explode you head in 10 million pieces. Risk at your own read. So this one's definitely
Risk at your own
bad.
read.
Spooky story of the spooky man. Once up and on a time, there was a game called Team Tofferus 2.
No, it's Terraftus too.
I is always hear it about at school, and I very like shoot gamings. I can't read this.
I got it. And I very liked shoot gamings. So I was like, hey, what happens if I try this game? And then I was downloading a game launcher named a Stoe game. This was a very exciteful moment in life. I was going to play a good gaming with a lot of very balance, and very is a friendly community. For some is a reason, it stopped the download at exactly 666%. This was a weird, because was a very spooky ass number, but it is unfreeze later. 11 minutes.
Keep going. 11 minutes.
Then click on store and download Team Fortress 2301. While I was downloading Wary Game, me comter is start speech to me. He is a say, you is will die it 25 hours per week. I replied, moo.
Cow?
The game finale is now a download, and I launch the game. A spooky man with Valve is back forehead. He truns and me, and then I get scared. I get sacred, excuse me. I know that is only Sakreen, but is scurry as shite. The game is fishnish loading, and and to pixels suddenly become a hyper-realistic blooded and starts running out of my screen. I was very scared from that, but I wiped it and playing on. I choose a good server and choose the Black Explosions Master. Freen says he is storing and OP. I is a whack outside of base and look around. I see new man ruining around. Game is have no sound when suddenly a slim humane shape is in far away. Two fort. He or a she turn around and run away. At his moment, I do not like take game because is spooky the statistic poo out of me. My man walk in room and think I am masturbating because she is hear me yell like a psychopath and is says, speak silence. I say, okay. Then ma'am leaves the room. I exiting is game for a while because is bore. 12 weeks later, I double click the game and play it again. This time the is man no turn around. I'm happy. I go to Vlav's server and choose the red face man or spy. From here I use the this guy's kit and turned into heavy man from Russian land. I walk outside and press E, which makes my charter say, medic! Apart until the enemy is here at as well. But no enemy addicts. Dicks trying to touch me with their me dick guns. After I can hear a hype realism white noise and lots of characters cry. Literally cry. Really gotta hold on. This is getting too intense. We need prime spooky. I'll do it like this. Have you never lit a candle before?
Not with one of these lighters. There we go.
But no enemy dicks try to touch me with their dick guns, excuse me. After I can hear a hype realism literally cry. I was very in spooks, and in chat I see someone say, you should not have got this game. I thought he is a troll. Bet he was on the green team. I don't know how he is having a green name. I had an idea of going where that black figure tried to take me, still in too fart. When I is a go, I see a lot of blood all over the ceiling, dripping fresh. I get afraid and go upstairs. I see Ingi being a spooky dead man. The shipai is behind with knife butter. Behind him is in the church song. He is blue with scary massive eyes and big ghosty hat. He had a greenine heart. Hurt. I got so spooked out, I shit myself. Oh, I shit himself. I break my computer by throwing out of the window. I was very fear. Now it has been 7 years since I played Team Fortress. And I was kicked out of the house for throwing my PC out of window. Now I live in cardboard box, but nothing but STD. Scary true dreams. Very night, I usually hear spooky noise and see a man like in-game. I need to go and die now. So thanks to you for reading and seeing you next team. I shit himself.
Reading Death Theory. Death.
I take my shirt off a lot, don't I?
The one thing that's still unknown to us. No one has ever come back to tell the tale. We all think it's a bad thing to die, so we avoid it as best we can.
Your hair's really soft. What do you use?
Tresemme.
That's good stuff.
Well, I have a theory. This world that we live in is some sort of test or blockade. We must do some kind of task to be freed into our true life. What we are supposed to do is still a mystery to us. The only way to go back to our real world, as of now, is to die. So you see, death is really trying to give you a freedom, and it is a great thing. We shouldn't be avoiding it. We should be looking forward to let death take us into its grasp At least that's what I think.
Cool, this doesn't fit me.
Finally, I wrote down at last. Now it's back to enjoying Fallout 4. Written by Skyrim 9000. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Death is really just trying to give us back to our true selves.
Do you actually believe, you know what, we're kind of going off the rails. You really think we live in like a simulation?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
But like, what if we, like, you don't know, right? Like...
I'm gonna read The Fat Ghost. The Fat Ghost.
I think this looks better on me than it does you.
This story is true. Do not call fake because it is as real you and me. That's how it's spelled. So once I was sleeping, but then I heard something in me closet. So I opened it and a skeleton came out and said, "Run, he coming." I wondered who was coming, but then a fit ghost came and said, "Boo." Then I peed my pants.
Peed me pants.
Peed me pants. So, and the ghost get it mad, but I get it a vacuum and suck him in. I was bored at me house, but suddenly a zombie I was getting attacked. I sliced his head off and there was hyper-realistic blood. I was really mad because
if it was in real life, I would hope it would be realistic.
Stand me carpet and walls, and even worse, there was also hyper-realistic guts and inside. The fat ghost come out again, and I eated the last donut, so he got real madder and tried possessing me, but I sucked him in the vacuum again.
He sucked him off.
And then but a slapped for eating the last donut. The end.
I'm literally shaking right now.
Dude, does your butthole hurt from shitting that break?
Does it look good on me?
Sure.
I think it's burning away, huh? That one doesn't like to be burned.
Yeah, this one's scary. Well, I think it's because like the wax is still liquid in there, and if you shake it a little bit, it like puts it out by accident.
But you don't think we live in a simulation?
No, I'd hope not, because then that means Patricia's not real. Who's my little special lady? You are Patricia. Close your mouth, you might get a fly in there. In conclusion, man hand
we live in a
hook
scary world.
car door hand.
Yeah, man hand hook car door. Man door hand hook car door.
Man door hand hook car door. Yeah.
Sounds like a rhyme. Sounds like a rapper.
Man door can hook car door.
Blah, blah, blah.
It's like a BLAP. like a bat. Like a bat.
Sounds horrible. That looks horrible on the mic.
Yep.
Hi guys, welcome to our Real Talks in ASMR.
Alright, well.
Skirt. Skirt.
Now you can't see it.
Hopefully.
Bye, everybody.
Oh!
Bye.
It almost fell on us. Bye.
I hope you got spooked.
It kind of scared me.
That was the biggest jump scare of today.